This is so loose. Okay. Hi, guys. This episode is going to be new and it's going to be different. There is no pop culture this week. I had reached out well, I hadn't really reached out to him. I was just sharing my life on social media and I had a medium reach out to me and offered to do a reading and I asked her if she would be okay to do it on the podcast. And so the episode that you are getting ready to experience is going to be that episode. I had an amazing time with her and I've always believed in this stuff, even though sometimes it's really hard for me. And I'm excited to share this moment. It was very vulnerable, but I'm excited to share this moment with you guys. So I hope you enjoy.
I'm dead.
Thank you so much for wanting to do this.
Yeah, I was excited. I was like, I never found a podcast. Let's do this, girl.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, like I said, when you offered, I was like, oh my gosh, well, I've been actually wanting someone to come on the podcast to do
That's
this. And then
wonderful.
it's funny because today is the 1 year anniversary of my surgery, and it was like the big last thing that me and my best friend fought about.
Wow. She popped up right away, just to let you know.
Oh,
It's like she's been waiting to say things to you.
it's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first let's get into I normally on the podcast we have like a whole bunch of pop culture stuff, but I didn't want that to kind of bring down or like take up
No,
too much of the time.
no, let's
Um,
let's get to business first, and
yeah,
then
I wanted
she afterwards she can tell us what she needs. So my name is Michelle Valencia. I am from Shasta, California. I currently live in Dallas, Texas right now, Addison, Texas. It's just a little small area in the middle of Dallas. So I first found out I was a psychic medium when I was 5. My mom didn't understand why I was sleepwalking or leaving the house. So she started following me and seeing what I was doing because I'm a 5-year-old and I'm leaving the house. So my mom's like, "What? Where are you going? What are you doing?" So that's yeah.
yeah.
My mom told me that I was going to the park down the street and I was digging in the sandbox. And she said she didn't know why I was digging in the sandbox. So she said, um, one day she decided to just follow me, let me sleepwalk there and follow me. And she took the dog, so then the
Mhm.
dog started digging too, and my mom said there was a little girl's body in the sandbox. So my mom asked me, she said, "How did you know that little girl was there?" And I didn't remember. And my mom's like, "You've been going to that park every night." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I be thinking I'm sleeping." So
Yeah.
my mom asked me, she's like, do you see spirits? Do you talk to spirits?" And I was like, "I don't know what a spirit is. I'm 5 years old." And so I told my mom, "Yeah." I was like, things come to me, mom, and talk to me and give me messages. And my mom's like,
Mhm.
I'm a medium and your grandpa's a medium and your uncle's a medium. And I was like, what is a medium, Mom? And my mom's like, yeah, we all are able to communicate with the spirit world. Um, so like as it progressed, like I
Mhm.
started seeing more things, communicating with more things. My mom actually had me to work with a paranormal psychologist for children. And I was there for like, I think a week. It was really fun though, like really fun. We worked with a master psychic and she would access certain things because she knew what was in the facility. So she would access certain things to see if we were correct, to see what type of gifts we had.
Mhm.
And then we got to play video games all day. And it was like the early 80s. So like, we was in there with the Pac-Man and the old Nintendo. But, but there in that facility, because the doctor actually he wanted to study children with extraordinary gifts. Like, they found out that I had
Mhm.
telekinesis. I haven't tapped into that as an adult, but my mom says as a child, I did have my telekinesis. Um,
Mhm.
and then also, like, there, um, the master psychic, she taught us, like, what spirits are good to talk to, which ones we're not supposed to talk to, how to master our
Mhm.
gifts, how to use our gifts. to help people and aid people. So yeah, it was like an introductory to whatever this was because I was a kid and I was like, I don't know why I'm seeing these things or what's happening, you know?
Mhm.
So now, like as an adult, I when I lived in California, yeah, I did embrace my gifts a little bit, you know, not as much because I didn't have a community for it, just my mom. But yeah, like I
Mhm.
led investigations, I helped find missing children, murder cases, and things like that with the police department. They'll have me to channel for them and things like that. Here in Dallas, I have a group of women that I work with. They all have spiritual gifts too, like tarot readers, oracle readers. So we just like host events with like minded people. That's about it. And
Mhm.
I have my clients that I work with, you know, I do channeling sessions and stuff. But I really like feel like I need to use my gifts a lot more because
Mhm.
like some of the investigations I go on, like, I feel like it's really fun. Like, I do some haunted investigations for people that have houses that are haunted, and that's something I really enjoy doing. So I'm a necromancy psychic. I'm able
Mhm.
to communicate with darker energies um, and also
Mm.
ancestors. I can communicate with spirit babies. Um, I'm not like somebody asked me one day, can I communicate with the devil? No, that's not what we're doing over here. But but
No.
if I wanted to, yeah, I can communicate with
Yeah.
demons. I could channel with demons. I could channel with certain deities. Um, will like come to me, you know, like African deities, Egyptian deities. I'm able to channel with them.
Mhm.
Um, but mostly my work though consists of um, working with people's ancestors. So I do a lot of ancestral work. I help people form their altar, figure out their spirituality, um, like based off of what their ancestors' spirituality was. So
That is
that's my main thing, though. I'm gonna let you open up to
that's
questions.
so cool. Um, fun fact, I don't it's not like on my common social media anymore, but I am a tarot reader. I went
Okay,
through a series of classes to get a tarot reading certificate. Um, I consider myself to be I don't really have many mediumship gifts. That is not where my gifts are. I'm more claircognizant and clairsentient than anything else.
okay,
Um, and it's funny because I during COVID is when I kind of started to really embrace my gifts. And then I moved into a house that was kind of out in the country, and I guess potentially, like, moved away from the group that I was connected with or the energy I was connected with, and I started to kind of lose my connection to all of those things. There was also, like, a shift in my life that happened where I think I just started to, like, give up on certain things. And so, I've been myself working back into, getting into it and also figuring out what it looks like for me and realizing that what it looks like for me isn't it doesn't mean it has to look like that for everybody else, you know?
exactly. I can really
So
tell you have a lot of extraordinary gifts, though. You do.
well, thank you. I I know that one of the hardest things about the gifts is having the confidence, and that is probably where I lack the most in my
Hmm.
gifts. Just like telling myself that it's not real or this isn't, um, but yeah, I am so excited. So for those who don't know, you reached out to me from a post that I made about my best friend. And my best friend, the people who on the podcast I've talked about it before about how my best friend committed suicide in July. And I had posted about how one of the things that she was most afraid about was starting over in her life. There are other posts I made about like me just not being able to feel her. Um, Usually when someone passed away in in my family, I usually can like sense it. Not like sometimes actually sense it, but usually there's like a feeling where I can feel them. It started with my grandfather. Um, and then when my cousin, her mom passed away, right after I found out, I remember that like in the hallway or the doorway of my room, both of my dogs were just like staring in the hallway and just started barking at literally nothing.
Uh,
And I kind of felt like my aunt was watching over me and kind of asking me to watch over my cousin because she was no longer going to be here, you know? So there have been
mhm.
lots of experiences that I have, but with my best friend, I just haven't been able to feel her. And I don't know if it's because there's so much trauma. I don't know if it's because the last moments that we had with each other were terse and we were fighting. There's so many things that I just don't know.
She said she didn't know if you would forgive her.
That sounds like her. Um, which is so silly. I mean, it's silly and it's not silly. I what she did, for those who don't know, she like I said, today's the anniversary of my surgery and she was supposed to be here and we got into a big fight and she decided not to show up. And I was really upset. And I didn't know how to forgive her at the time, but I never had a feeling like I wouldn't forgive her.
Yeah. She's saying that she hasn't been around much because she didn't know if you would forgive her, um, for how she left things and how she wasn't there when you needed her. She said that she was just consumed by her own darkness, and she said she's really sorry. She says she does subtle things to let you know she's around, but she was afraid to actually show that she's around because she didn't know if you would forgive her.
Can you tell her that she is stupid and silly and my entire existence has been forgiving her? Of course I will. Always forgive her.
She's laughing. Says she loves you so much, and she's so
Oh, I
proud
love
of
it.
you, and she wished you were here on this journey with you. She said she could see all the moves that you're making. She said it feels so silly that how she left you, but she said that at that time she felt like that's what she had to do. She said that it consumed her so bad, this darkness, this need to just not be here. And she says she's so sorry that she left you and that she loves you so much. She messes with your lights in your apartment or your house, though. Do you have
That's
issues with
so
your lights?
silly. Um, I haven't recently. So I live with my dad right now. And I had these lights in my on like my dresser and they would randomly just come on
That's her.
and I had
She
no
just said
idea
let her
why.
know about the lights. Yeah, that's her.
Well, that sounds silly. I
She
also feel
she's
like
like, "I've been saying
I'm sorry.
hello in subtle ways, though."
I feel like a lot of the moments that I feel her has been through like music.
She said jams. That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah. No, legitimately no. Um, Me and her, we bonded a lot through music.
That's what she said. She's like, "Do you remember, you guys' favorite song?"
I know that like our song is California Girl by Katy Perry.
She's, like, showing me, like, dancing all wild and getting crazy. She said, "You guys used to have so much fun."
We did, yeah. When California Girls came on, the rule was that like we had to take our shirts off and dance in our bras. Um, and like that was just the requirement. And it's interesting because I haven't been able to really listen to music since she passed, not in the same way because we like really connected over music a lot.
She said, "Can you turn it for her?" She's like, "Turn on some music for me."
And I will definitely turn up for her.
Does she have kids?
No, that was one of the big stressors is that she was trying to have kids. She lost both of her fallopian tubes and she tried IVF, I think twice, and it didn't work,
Okay.
and she really, really wanted kids.
Yeah, because she's like, um, you didn't get to be an auntie, so that's like, does she have kids? Because she's like, "You didn't get to be an auntie."
We had talked about it all the time, how I was gonna be, like, the fun aunt to her kids. I even sent her some cute, baby onesies to kinda, like, encourage her to, like, keep going and not give up.
Mhm.
I would've been a bomb aunt because I can't have kids, so
Yeah, because I didn't pick up any spirit babies for you. It's kinda like they know when you can't have kids. They don't pop up. Yeah.
yeah, no, I when I had my surgery, they took out 56 fibroids. Um,
Mm.
so obviously then I was definitely not having kids, and my fibroids had endometriosis and they grew to an absurd amount, and so I'm on double birth control, and that's probably gonna be the way that it is until I get a hysterectomy.
Mm. I'm sorry, love. Yeah.
I don't y I accepted it a while ago, like, it sucked when I found out, but I had always been on the fence about, like, birthing kids anyways. I always said that if I had a kid, I'd probably adopt more
I
than
was gonna say that because I'm getting future stuff for you, and I see you adopting. Like, you're gonna adopt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Adopting has always been, um, a part of my plan. Right now it's not. I really just kinda wanna focus on, like Jessica was saying, like, all the stuff that I'm doing to build and grow, and it makes me wanna cry because I'm an author, and
She wants you to
when
name
she
the child
passed
after
away
her.
she wants
She
me to
said
name what?
she said, "Please adopt a girl so she can have my name."
I if and when it happens, I promise you I got you. Does she know that I dedicated all of my books to her?
Yeah. She said she appreciates that. She said that's what she's more proud of you about. She said, like, that's been something
My
that you want.
books?
Yeah. She said you talked about being an author. Yeah, she said she's really proud of you.
Yeah. Yeah, she was along the journey for my first 2 books when they came out, but she wasn't here when my 3rd book came out, but one of the things that we had fought about on and off was she was very focused on finances, like, that was a big thing for her, and I was very focused on following my dreams, and so she had wanted me at one point to, like, press pause on the books to, like, do more for my finances and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, she said that was a part of what she was going through, and she, um, just, like, kinda like she put it, like, on you, all of the heavy stuff. She wanted you to focus on finances because that's something she was worried about, you know?
Mhm.
But she said following your dreams, it's a whole lot better, and she's proud of you.
Tell her thank you, and tell her I miss her immensely.
She's like, "I'm here, girl." She's like, through it all, she's like, "I'm here." She says she wants you to reach out more to her. She says she can hear you, and she forgives you, and she forgives herself. She's like, "I was just so worried that she wouldn't forgive me, and I never wanted to reach out." But, yeah, she lets you know. She keeps saying the lights, so, yeah, she's messing with the lights and letting you know she's around. She's like, let
Hey.
you know that she loves you so much. Yeah. She said you were the light in the darkness, but she didn't see it then. She said
I
she's
mean,
sorry
I
she left
understand.
you.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's like, she's sorry that she left you, how she left you.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really upset about her. I'm really upset at her about that, not because I don't understand, just because, like, me and her, like, that was it, you know?
Yeah, she said thick and thin.
Mhm. We were
She said it
sisters,
was
and
you and her. That's what she said.
it's been like that.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
she said she didn't
she
understand
has
it either.
sisters.
Yeah, she said she didn't understand it either. She just felt like I did not need to be here anymore. She said it's like it consumed her with not wanting to be here.
Does she know, was it the kids thing, or was it her husband, or was it just, like, she just couldn't do it anymore?
It was her husband. She said it was a lot of things, but mostly she said it's like when you have expectations for someone. She keeps saying like expectations. Um, she said he was like her soulmate, and she said her heart felt like it was ripped out of her. I don't know what he did though. She didn't. She's not telling me what he did, but it's like that.
Um,
He was a big part of why she didn't want to be here.
yeah, they were separated. They were getting ready to get a divorce. She thought that so she was poly, and she thought that, like, he understood and loved that part of her, and then later on when they were trying to have kids and everything, he would kind of bring that up and say that she wouldn't be a good mom if she was poly and a lot of other things, and I think she might have felt like he didn't accept her anymore.
Yeah, she said that's right. Yeah, he's a big part of it. She said she felt so alone, even though she had you. She said she still felt like she lost another best friend, like her partner. She said he pulled away a
Yeah.
lot from her. Like he started to be very distant, very cold. And she felt alone
He
with that and alone with not being able to have children or like trying and not being able to produce. Yeah.
yeah, she always
I think one thing like about spirit babies, um,
mhm,
like a big thing is that they know when the dad is not really all in it. Um,
mhm.
if the dad's not all in it, the spirit baby won't come. Yeah. I wish, and I'm gonna tell her that too. I wish she would have held on because she probably would have met someone else because maybe he wasn't person that's supposed to be, her kid's dad. Because sometimes they
Yeah.
know and they don't. I suffered a miscarriage 2 weeks ago, but me and my partner are having issues too. So I just think that like the babies they know because mine's he told me that like he was going to be back, but his dad's not ready.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's, devastating. Um, but yeah, I think I mean, like, I know she had, like, a boyfriend, but one of our last conversations was, you know, she couldn't decide whether she wanted to, like, be with that boyfriend, and she felt like she couldn't be her, like, true self all the time with him, or if she just wanted to kind of be alone, and to me, I kind of perceived that, like, to her, being alone was, like, the worst thing.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, she agrees too.
Mm. Um, I wonder there was so much surrounding, like, her funeral and everything. I wonder if, like, she was there and if she was happy with it.
She's like it could have been better.
Oh, yeah. It
And why
it
was every
definitely
she's like, "Why is everybody so sad?"
we if I had, like, more power and control over it, I definitely would have made it more, like,
She
fun
said it
for
should have
her,
been
but
a jam fest. She's like,
I
"I
know,
needed a
I was
send
like,
off." She's like, "I needed a send off."
I agree. I was very upset when I learned about the, like, circumstances of what her funeral was gonna be. She also wasn't really religious, and she had a religious funeral.
Yeah, she said it was too much church going on in there. So I don't know what kind of funeral this was, but she's like, "It was too much church." She's like, "It wasn't a jam fest." She's like, "It was no fun." So she's like, "I was watching you guys and I didn't like it."
I mean, she's 100% correct. I ended up leaving.
She
It
seems
was
very, like,
100%.
free spirited. Like, that's her personality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we always got along because we were both really free-spirited, and I always say that to me, she was more free-spirited than I was.
Aw. Yeah, she seems very, like, hippie, free spirited, she loves everybody. She has a very big personality, like, bright personality, and she's so
Mhm.
funny,
She is. She's so silly,
and
and she
she's
was
so pretty
definitely
too. She's really pretty.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. I was always jealous of how pretty she was.
She's like, "You're pretty too." She said, "What you jealous about?"
She would she would always say that to me. I would be like, "You're so pretty." And she was like, "Tiffy, I don't know what you mean. Like, you're the pretty one." I was like, "You are very incorrect, ma'am."
She said, "No, you really are the pretty one."
No. Um, does she know about, like, Eris and I?
She's like, "Are you gonna give us that information? What's going on with that?"
One of our mutual friends, her name is Eris, and, when I didn't find out about her death in the best way. I found out from a friend messaging me on Instagram, and then me, like, searching her family, her husband, nobody told me, but I reached out to Eris, and Eris came to her funeral, and Eris and I have been, like, kinda rekindling our friendship since then.
Okay. She says she's happy about that. She said it's gonna be good for you. Yeah, she's happy about that.
I don't know. I have trouble, like, trusting people and stuff.
She said you have the best discernment, but she said you don't listen to yourself. She said you're very intuitive too.
Mhm.
Yeah. She
I
said you
don't
need to
listen to
start
myself
using it.
enough.
Yeah, that's what she said. She's like, you always have the best discernment, but you don't listen to yourself. You gotta start using
No.
your clairs. You have a lot of clairs that are open. Yeah, you have a
Mm,
lot of gifts. Because I connect really well with other mediums, and I felt like you, if you open it, you could be a psychic.
mhm.
Yeah, because like
I
your
don't know, I
sense of
guess
feeling,
maybe
you can,
like her.
yeah, like you can feel things when it's not right. You're intuitive, just how, like she said, you just know things and you don't know why you know things. That's what I'm getting for you. So you got some clairs that are open. So I'm pretty sure you could be a
It's
medium too.
it's funny that you say that because I just, like, had a feeling yesterday that everything in my life is getting ready to change, and I work part-time at a brewery so I can fund everything else that I'm doing, and I had a feeling like that's getting ready to end soon, and whatever life path that I've been on in this moment is about to come to completion, and I'm getting ready to start a new journey, and I just felt that yesterday.
That's amazing. See, you have gifts and you need to listen to them.
But then I'm just like, I don't know where it's gonna come from or how it's gonna happen or
Did she
whatever.
know that she knew that you did tarot?
She did.
'Cause she said ask you about the card.
I
So I was like,
I
she didn't say tarot specifically, but she just said ask her about the cards.
yeah, I tell her I asked my cards yesterday, and they said all good things, and I'm just trying to believe in the good things.
She wants you to start doing readings. She said
I
it'll
did
help
one
with
for
your
her.
gifts. Aw,
Probably will.
she's so funny. She's like, "Can we arrange a spirit talk session?"
God, I miss the shit out of her. I just wanna tell her, like, I don't want her to feel sad over there, when she looks at me, when she looks at, like, her god sisters and her god brothers or her family, um, like, I don't want her to feel sad about her choice, as much as it hurts and as much as it sucks, and, like, what you said is spot on about me feeling like she left me alone. I literally cry about that all the time and ask her, like, "Why did she leave me?" Like, I truly get it.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, we don't know why people do certain things
Mhm,
or how they're feeling in that moment. Sometimes it can seem trivial to us, but
mhm,
it's like almost like an energy takes control over you, like almost like an entity interference. Just makes you get so low vibrational that it makes you feel like anything is better than being here or being alive. So
yeah,
sometimes like it seems like to us, yeah, like, your relationship's over and like your job is over and then you want to kill yourself. Like it doesn't make sense to us, but to that person at that time, something just took over them and they felt like, hey, I don't want to be here. Like and it's so funny. She just jumped into. She said it was like a split second decision to decide. It's like she said she didn't even plan it out. She just decided, hey, I need to not be here.
yeah, she had actually her and her husband got into a really bad fight, and it was so bad that she messaged her boyfriend and, asked if she could stay there for a couple of days. and then her boyfriend woke up to a text message from her husband saying, "Good job, and her blood is on your hands now."
She said she felt like her boyfriend loved her in his own way, but she said
Mhm,
that their relationship wasn't that deep as she really did love her husband.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah, she
Yeah,
said
no.
she felt like the other relationship was very surface level, and then the one with her partner was soul level, like it was her soulmate.
Yeah. They had so much fun together from what I remember in the beginning, and they had always, like they weren't perfect, neither of them, and they really kind of forgave each other, and the first time they had been married for so long before I finally got to, like, really sit down at her house and be with them, but, the first time I remember being there, I was like, "Oh my gosh, they work really well with each other," and then there was just something that just I mean, like, I knew that they fought, but there was something between them. I don't know if it was, she didn't heal from the 2 miscarriages that she had before that cost her fallopian tubes, and I think that there was so much going on that they just had disconnected, and then things got really toxic and physical, and then it was, how do you get out of that?
Yeah, she said he just talked to her really bad. She said he became very cold and distant. Um, she
Mhm.
just keeps saying that, like, how he started acting towards her, just it destroyed her. She said it broke her heart 'cause she never seen him like that with her. Like, he's never been like that. She said he became
Yeah,
a different person.
I can see that. I'm I'm not friends with her husband.
She said that's a good choice. And she said it very sarcastically. She's like, "Good choice." She's so funny.
Um, she is. I'm not friends with her husband, and, I've thought about, like, exposing him, but I don't want to expose her to expose him.
Yeah. She said, "Whatever you need to do, she's fine with it."
She know better than to tell me to do what I wanna do. That's a problem.
Laughing too. She said, "Those are
Because she
dangerous words
knows.
to get
Oh,
to
she
you."
she's supposed to be the one to talk me out of my craziness.
She's like, "No," she's like, "You I want you to do whatever you feel like you need to do." She's like she's supporting you from this side.
Her, because there's been a lot of people, one of her, like, people she was always entangled with, his name was Chris, and he's really pissed, and Eris is really pissed. There's been a lot of people that are not happy with Tevin, and, one of her friends, because we lived in different states, Sydney, has been not happy. Sydney's been concerned that Jessica didn't really kill herself and that something else happened.
Because she's not giving me anything for that, and sometimes spirits, when if they die tragically, they won't give they won't elaborate on because they want us to heal, you know? She says she doesn't wanna talk about that.
I don't want her to talk about any that's there goes our relationship. Her being like, "I don't wanna talk about it." Me being like, "Okay, you don't have to do anything you don't wanna do." That's our relationship in a nutshell.
She says she
But
wants
I do
you
want
to
her to know
heal.
that, like, Sydney. Hmm?
She says she wants you to heal, and she doesn't wanna bring up anything that will hinder your healing.
Tell her it's been hard. I've been following her footsteps. I ended up checking myself into, a mental hospital for a couple of days, and now I'm on antidepressants and anti-anxieties, and I've been working on just, like, wanting to heal myself as well.
She says she's proud of you.
Well, I
She
hope
said
so.
she's like, "Baby steps." Did you guys go on a lot of road trips?
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't call them road trips. I would just call them, like, we used to go on dummy missions,
Because she's
and
like,
we just used to
asked her
go.
about, because that's why I thought she meant road trips. Because she's like, asked her about the missions we used to drive around and do. So I was like, "Is it road trips?"
Yeah, we used to go on, like, dummy missions, all the time. Her and I haven't been on like, I took a road trip to go see her, and she's taking road trips to come see me, but when we were younger, we would just get in the car and just drive, and we didn't care if we got lost or whatever, we
She
just
said
drive.
she said that was her most favorite thing to do with you. She said she really, really that was
Me
something
too.
that she really liked it to do with you.
Yeah, honestly, it's so weird, I completely forgot about, like, our dummy missions and, like, I haven't been able like, in the car more than anything else is where I've been having a hard time listening to music, and we just used to, like, drive and just listen to music over and over again.
Those are some wild dummy missions because this girl's wild, girl. She's so funny and free spirited.
Mhm.
She seemed like a
We did do
really
some wild stuff.
beautiful
I took her
she
Huh?
seemed like a really beautiful spirit. Like, yeah, she was an amazing person. Yeah, like her
She
energy
was.
and everything. Yeah.
Can you ask her how does she I don't know if I'm there yet, accepting my gifts again. I think that everything that happened in my life in the last year or 2 is kind of I have to heal from that to get there, but is there a way that when I wanna communicate with her that I can?
She said, "Just start talking to her, and she can hear you."
God, then she heard me when I was drunk.
I'm pretty sure she did. You know what? How I built my connection with people that I love that passed is by making an altar
Mhm.
for them and putting things that they like every day. Like I make my grandma Lipton black tea because that's one of her favorite things. Um,
Mhm.
my dad was mixed race, like he was Muslim. He was, Arabic American, Turkish, so he likes all of the Arabic things like hookah. I put on my altar for him and dates and coffee and stuff. And my stepdad, he was hood. So, we put the Newport shorts, maybe some Kool-Aid, a Mag Dog, a beer, And it's so
Mhm.
funny because one of my friends that's a medium, he channeled with me the other day and he's like, "You got some Hispanic people on your altar?" And I was like, "I have some Latinos over there because my grandparents, And he's like, "They're asking for, like, Latino food or something." So I was like, "Let me go put grandpa a taco on the altar." Yeah, so, like,
Really.
you should make her if you have her pictures, make her a little altar. Put all her favorite things at her altar and just sit there. I eat at my altar. I talk to them when I'm sad. That's how you can start building a relationship with her, even though she's not here. Yeah.
I wish I could have more of her things, but her husband didn't let me get anything.
That's fuck like, that's what makes it even more hard. Yeah.
Yeah, her husband and her family kind of blocked me out of everything. I had nothing. They even at her funeral, they, like, did a whole bunch of pictures of, like, her and her life, and I was her maid of honor in her 10-year wedding anniversary, and, they didn't even include those photos. They didn't the only person that included a photo was one of her godbrothers, but outside of that, they didn't include a single photo of me at all at her funeral.
She said that made her upset.
Well, honey, it made us both. Everybody thought that I was about to pop off in a church.
She said you were one of her important people. She
Yeah.
said that she said that dang Christian style funeral. What were they doing in there? Because she was so displeased.
Oh my gosh. Well,
She said it
so
was too
the
religious.
first part was it was super religious. They cremated her. I didn't have a say in it. They did a viewing, and I wasn't invited to that either. And they like it was so religious. There was gospel songs being sung. When I left, the minister, the pastor, whatever he's called, was talking about makeup being bad, and I was like, "Oh, she loved makeup." Like, this is like she loved makeup. Um, it was really, really, really religious, and it was something that she would've never wanted.
That's what she's exactly saying. She said it was so religious. She said it wasn't nothing in there was her. She's like, and like there was nothing about you who like her favorite person was. She said it didn't fit her personality, and she's like she doesn't really care what they did to her body because she's like, I was already out of the body." So she's like, "I don't really care what they did with the body, but, like, I'm already out of it." But she was there, and she seen it, and she's like, "It was distasteful." She's like, "It was not her." She wanted it to be a jam fest, that's what she keeps saying. She's like, "There should have been,
Yeah,
like, music, and people should have been dancing." She said, "I needed a celebration."
that's what wanted. Some of her, like, friends, they called them G haulers, they showed up, and they showed up in pure, like, regala theatrical way, and the way I would have imagined it was, like, sending her off to Rent or sending her off to she loved Moulin Rouge, she was a big theater kid, but we did give her a music send off at a bar, but I do wanna start working on something for her for the 1-year anniversary of her passing, and I want it to be like a party and a celebration.
She said she would love that. Yeah, she said, I would love that."
"Got you, babe. Don't
She
worry
said
about
she
it."
she said she needs you to play all the jams, all of them. She said it needs to be a celebration.
I will.
Thank you for letting me
I guess
channel with her.
there's some people that would kill me if I didn't ask.
I said, "Thank you
Oh,
for letting me channel with her."
thank you so much for
You're
thank you
welcome.
so much for just reaching out and doing it.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna, like, go home and cry.
You're making me wanna cry, and I haven't even in a minute, and I'm over here wanting to cry now.
No, I just, I miss her so much, and I don't know, like, what I'm supposed to do without her, and I can't imagine, like, having another best friend or anything, and I just feel so lonely now, so it was
She said
nice
so
to talk to
loud
her
when
for
you
a
said
second.
that. She's like, "Live." She said, "Live. That's what you're supposed to do." She said, "You got
Yeah.
this."
Oh my gosh, okay, yeah.
I didn't mean to come on and make people cry.
I
I don't
hear
wanna
her.
cry.
No, I just, she was literally just one of the best people in this world, and I just all I've
She
ever
loves you
wanted
so
was to have
much.
her back, and I know that that's not possible. I'm
She
sorry, I
said,
didn't
"Do"
mean to make you cry.
she said, "Do you feel her right now?"
No,
She
I
said
don't
she's
feel
with you.
anything. I haven't felt any
She said, "If you just slow down, you'll feel her." She said, "She's with you right now." Yeah. She said, "That's a part of you learning about your intuition and listening to it." She said, "If you just slow down," she said, "you can feel her with you."
I hate slowing down.
She said she really needs you to. So you can feel when she's around you, and she really is with you right now. Like, literally, she's, like, right there. I can see her clearly. Yeah,
Um, Sometimes I do imagine when I'm really sad that she's giving me a hug, so
she is. Yeah, because she's, like, right behind you.
well, she's short, so she probably comes up to my head right now.
Most likely, because she is real tiny. She's very petite, this, woman I'm channeling with. But
Mhm,
she's absolutely gorgeous, and she has this big personality, big, beautiful personality. And she's absolutely hilarious how she channels with me, like, it's like she channels with me how she was in life. She's just
mhm,
lighthearted. Yeah. One thing I learned about as a medium is, like, some of my clients are like, "Do you see them how they used to be when they were here, or do you see them, looking young?" I see them how they wanna appear to us. If they wanna appear old, then they appear old. If they wanna appear when they were a child, sometimes I see them like, when they were, like, 20 years old, 18 years old. Yeah. I chatted with
no,
a 90-year-old man the other day, and he appeared to
mm,
me as if he was 17. Yeah,
I
and
mean,
his daughter was like, "Why are you seeing my dad being real handsome and cute?" She's like, "He was old when he died," and I was like, "No, he appears to me as, like, when he was, like, a teenager."
those are the best years.
Right? Yeah. You have some ancestors too over here. You have a man, there's 2 women, um, actually, there's 2 men. There's an older guy, there's 2 I don't know if he's older or younger, maybe, like, late 50s, early 60s, but there's an older guy. I know he's a grandpa because he told me already. but he was waiting
Mm.
his turn.
Is he there?
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, baby girl." So I think he's a grandpa. Yeah, he has a grandpa energy. And then you have
Mhm.
there's a grandma and a great grandma. One of your great grandmas was intuitive like you too. Yeah, I'm getting that
Yeah.
she had some gifts. Yeah.
We, my family is born and raised in St. Thomas, so we are, my dad's from, the States, but my family is from, like, St. Thomas and Santo Domingo and Puerto Rico, and, uh, my aunt has gifts, and she talks about how our ancestors had gifts.
Mhm. Yeah, they have that not that they practice, but they have that Santeria vibe. Like they were kinda like medicine women or healers or something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's kind of the path that I've tried to take as well.
I think you should. It's very ancestral. Did they speak
Mhm.
Spanish?
Some of them probably did, not the ones that I met. My grandpa, he just had a really heavy, island accent, but yeah, some of them did speak Spanish. My mom
Yeah,
speaks a
because
little
he
bit of
has an
Spanish as
accent, so
well.
I thought he spoke Spanish or something. Because he has an accent, but he's coming through, like, in English, though.
Mhm. Yeah, it was super hard for me to, hear him when I was a kid.
I'm getting that now channeling with him. He has a thick he has a thick accent. That's why I was like, "Did they speak Spanish?" Because some of them, like, I think your great grandma, she has an accent too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably from his side 'cause, my grandma was from the States as well, but my grandma used to, like, translate for me and my brother when we were kids, when we were talking to our grandfather on the phone.
Because of how thick his
You can
accent
also
was?
Yeah. You can also tell him he's probably really disappointed, but I definitely got a tattoo for him on my body.
He said he didn't care. He's like,
Okay,
"Whatever."
great.
He's like, "Whatever."
Perfect. That makes me feel better. Um, but he was actually the first person that, like, when I was older, a lot of people communicate with me through music probably because it's the easiest way to get my attention. Um,
Mhm.
but I joined the Navy, which is probably one of the reasons why everything kinda just came to a halt because it's not who I am. But he was in the Army, so I felt, like, really proud, and I remember there was one day in boot camp that I wanted to, like, leave. I was like, I'm going. I'm about to walk up to them and tell them, "Just send me home." 'Cause, as you heard from Jessica, that's just my personality, like, no, I'm doing this." And then as soon as I wanted to leave, they, like, broke a rule and let us listen to music, and it was just so weird. And then, Bob Marley started playing.
Crazy. And Bob the spiritual.
Mhm. We used to listen to him a lot on, record when we were kids.
Was your grandpa around? Like, when
He he was, so my parents, they separated when we were really young, so me and my brother spent a lot of time in St. Thomas.
okay.
Like, almost every summer or almost every other summer, we'd be
Is
in
it
St.
by
Thomas.
water, St. Thomas?
Mhm.
Yeah, because like, I think that's where your grandfather returned to. I'm, like, getting, like, sea breezes and, like, the smells and everything. Yeah,
Yeah. He's actually kinda, like, entombed on our family's property with next to my grandmother.
okay. Yeah, he said he's at peace. He said he didn't have nothing to say to you unless you have something to say to him.
I love him. I'm looking over and watching my mom for him to make sure that she's okay and nobody messes with her
He said, "Thank you." He said he appreciates that.
anytime.
Your great grandma, though, she really wants you to learn more about, um, I guess, some of her practices. She wants
Mhm.
you to be a medicine woman like her.
It's
She
my
said
goal. I had to
she's like herbs. She keeps saying like herbs and things like that.
Yeah,
She really wants you to learn that.
I've been working on it. I used to have a business that I press paused on where I made teas and candles, and, like, I make my own face wash and stuff like that with infusions. I'm actually getting ready to buy the material to do a, like, eyebrow growth serum.
Okay. I really see that taking off though. Like, I don't know why, but I'm getting you, like, making labels and putting it into, like, jars and stuff, so I think that's a future thing for you. It's gonna be
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
It's something that I feel like building my brand, building the podcast, building my my books and everything will let me get back to doing that because that's something that I really love to do, but, like, the finances and the time I don't have right now. So I'm hoping that when everything starts to pick up, I can slow down, and then I'll
Yeah,
have time to really give that into that and fall in love with it again instead of just kind of doing it because I feel like I need to.
that's beautiful. Yeah, and start using your gifts and to help with that too.
I'm working on it. It's hard because I feel like I have, like, more holistic magic than anything, and then I'm just trying to find my way.
Yeah, I'm getting, like, some kitchen witchery over here, like, you definitely got some kitchen witch vibes over here. Like,
Yeah.
you can definitely, like, learn all the magic of, like, putting herbs together and making tinctures and things like that, so I feel like that's a calling for you. That's your next step.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite things to do, so I'm glad that it'll be my next step. I'm slowly working my way back into it.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I guess, like, I've been using my gift more to ask my ancestors, what is it that I need to be doing with my gifts, with my
Mhm,
practices? Like, my ancestors too, they want me to learn the herbs, learn the spells, because my ancestors are hoodoo. They're from New Orleans. I have
mhm,
I have conjurers deep in uh, my background, my family. A lot of my ancestors wanna deny it and denounce it, but I kinda wanna embrace it. I need to
mhm,
know how awesome they were. What were they practicing? Like, what were they doing? You know, so I've been doing little hoodoo things, that I know my grandma, she's in the church. I know what she was doing. I wanna say it's not hoodoo, but I know it's hoodoo. So,
mhm,
I've been connecting more with my great-grandparents and my great-grandma, learning some things, like, about them and, um, their practices and stuff like that, and it helps me, when I do work for people or spells for people,
mhm.
because sometimes I just know things and I don't know how I know them.
Yeah, I get that way when I start mixing things, I kinda just start mi I mean, obviously, I look some things up, but I kinda just start mixing things, and I think for me, that's the hardest part is I'm very intuitive, but I'm also very philosophical, and I
Mhm.
think a lot. And so I like to have, like, knowledge and everything behind it, and I'm always afraid of being wrong, I guess, so I like to, like, have all this knowledge so that if someone challenges me or if I'm wrong, I can be like, "No, this is it," and that's one of my biggest fears is just being wrong is one of the reasons why, like, I get anxiety from doing
Mhm.
tarot reading, um, because I'm just so afraid that the person will be like, "No, this is wrong," or "You
You're
didn't get
too
this right at all."
self-critical of yourself.
I am.
Mhm. You're your biggest critic. You just
Mhm,
need to do it and be confident that I'm doing this and I know that it's right. So you just need to stop having that inner critic, like, that judges yourself, because
yeah.
I know that you have gifts. I would get You better get them cards out and give me a free reading or something, like, start practicing on me, because I feel like you can be an amazing reader. Like, you seem like a storyteller, like, that's the type of readings that you would be giving to people. I wouldn't say, like, like, people are all into, like, love tarot, but yours is, like, you're intuitive about telling the story, you know? So,
Mhm.
I think you should bust them cards out and start doing readings and
I
stop
will.
being a critic of yourself.
I actually did readings for, um, some of my coworkers when we finished closing, and one of my coworkers just messaged me like, "I think that some of it is already happening," and I was like, "Okay." But it's hard because you know that when you do readings for people, their immediate reaction is like, "No." And then later on, once they sit with it, they're like, "Oh."
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I used to be a lot like you.
Mhm,
I'm like because I'm an intuitive, I don't use any cards, so I'm like, people are gonna be like, "Oh, she's not really channeling with my ancestors. Oh, she's not really channeling with a loved one." So I was just like,
mhm,
I don't wanna do this because I don't want people thinking that, like, I'm just like, some random breeder on TikTok and is lying about communicating with spirits, and I used to always judge myself. I even like when I first started, like I had this girl like was testing me um during the reading and I'm like, "Can you not do that because you block me if you're testing me. I need you to be open and willing to receive." So her backstory was that something happened with her husband
mhm,
being unalived by her son, not his son, but her son. And the spirit wanted to let me know that it was out of protection of her, why the boy did it, because he was doing things he wasn't supposed to be doing, the man was. And she just
mhm,
wanted me to badger this spirit and ask him, like, "Why did my son kill you? Why this? Why that?" And then when I refused, she's like, "Okay, you're not really channeling with my ex-husband." And I'm just like, "The spirit doesn't want you to know these things. He wants you to just move on." And she's
mhm,
like, "If you're channeling with him, you have to make him tell me. You have to. I have to get my son out of jail, so you have to." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna be over here abusing a spirit for you, like, yelling at him, making him tell me why your kid did what he did." And then she's like, "Okay, I want my money back because you're not a real medium." And I was like, after that reading, I was just like, "I can't do this. I don't want to be a psychic. I don't want to channel with people. I don't want to do this." Like, I felt like this in my inside of me, like people are gonna think I'm fake, like that I'm not really communicating with spirits. But I met this man. He- Actually, I met him through my partner. He's a water shaman. His name is
mhm,
Lawrence. Um, I call him Papa. He's my dad. He's an older black guy, and he is absolutely a light. He does healings with trees, ancient trees. He puts you on the
mm,
tree, and you channel with the trees. He does water meditations with you. He's teaching me water scrying, like how to scry through the water. Like he has this
mhm,
bowl that he uses, but he started like teaching me about discernment, who to channel, who not to channel. He's teaching me how to channel deeper, what spirits to talk to. It's almost like I regress back to when I learned as a child in that facility. But
mhm,
this is more personal though, because it feels like I'm learning from a dad.
mhm,
But he's been pushing me to like have events and to use my gifts and to channel more, to book more clients. So he's my push. But his lessons that he teaches me are a phenomenon. Like um, I don't know, he just kind of like because he's an intuitive too, so he's able to teach me how to go beyond that spirit. Like,
mhm,
I'm channeling with the spirit, but he's just like, what is the science behind like that spirit? Like, why was that spirit here on this earth? What realm is that spirit currently in? Yeah, Papa's amazing because I don't know what realm I'm channeling, and I just know I'm able to do this. But Papa really finds the purpose, like
mhm,
makes you find the purpose, the why you have this gift, why you're channeling with these spirits. Yeah, like I could see his TikTok, and you just look at all his reels. He's really an amazing shaman and teacher. You know, that's the event that we're doing right now. Up at my pool on my rooftop. We're going to do a new moon event in May 2nd
mm,
for the flower moon. So Papa's just like, it's almost like a psychic fair. So we're just inviting other intuitives, other healers, medicine people, just people sharing their magic.
mhm.
And then Papa's just going to be doing his thing as water shaman healing in the pool. So yeah, it's about to be amazing. So we're just creating a reel tonight for that event, just to show everybody what they're gonna be getting when they actually come to the event.
Mm. I mean, honestly, that's so amazing. I do love being able to share my gifts. And I know that, one of my things that I want to work on is not doing it for like financial gain right now and just doing it
That's me.
because it's,
You sound a lot like me. That's me too. I was like, I'd
yeah.
rather like Papa told me like, yeah, it's an energy exchange. So he's like, you do gotta charge something, little girl. But I'm like, Dad, I don't want to charge people. Like I just sometimes I just want to do it because I feel like it's medicine. Sometimes you just need to hear
Hmm.
from one of your loved ones, you know? Like I just want
Hmm.
to do like that, like not focus on like this needs to be for financial, you know? Like I just want to provide a service to someone that's in need, you know? I learned
Well,
something
I
the other day.
appreciate you.
Oh no, you're so welcome. Yeah, I learned something the other day about my gift that I didn't really know.
Hmm.
I was able to channel in real time and I'm like, I can channel with people in real time. I was like, because I'm used to channeling with the dead. So,
Hmm.
yeah, there's this girl, like she's just messaging all my friends on my TikTok. She's like upset at me because I don't want to be a part of her group, which I don't want to be part of her group because of a bunch of toxic stuff, you know? But
Hmm.
I one of my other friends is receiving the same negative results from her. So we just kind of wanted to channel to see just where's her head at? What's up with her? And I was like, I never channel with people that are actually alive. And so I was able to see where she was at. I was able to know what she was doing. Like I see like an address where she's at. Usually like when I do work with like detectives or whatever, I can channel for missing persons or children, murder cases. But I've never like deliberately like just like let me channel this person like a psychic GPS and see where this person's at or something, you know? So
Hmm.
yeah, that was pretty cool because I'm like, mm, I can actually know where my enemies is doing, like what's going on with them and what are they up to. Like
Imagine.
I was like, this part of my gift is kind of amazing because I was like, I did not know I could do this.
I don't know if I want to know what my enemies are up to.
Sometimes you need to.
That's probably true.
I think sometimes you need to. This girl specifically, yeah, we needed to know what she was doing.
Just to protect yourself and everything.
Oh my gosh, yes, she's has made my TikTok a mess. And I've been going back and forth on deleting it, starting a new one, but it's like I built all these followers and I'm just like, I'm not gonna let someone take that away from me, you know?
I would
Yeah,
definitely say don't delete it.
yeah. But if she messages you, you're
I don't
warned.
First of all, people who message the cutest thing in the world is when people message me on social media and think that I'm going to respond to them.
Thank you. I've been telling all my friends that because they were like, "Who is this girl? Why is she?" I was like, "Why are y'all answering her? And why are y'all entertaining her?"
And I mean, like, I'll read all my messages, obviously, because you message me. I'll read all my messages and I'll
Mhm.
look through them and I'll be like, this is stupid, this is stupid, this is stupid, this could be important. But for the most part, I don't, when you get on social media and you're on social media and that becomes like part of your, I don't want to say your identity, but like the way that you show up for yourself and for your business and for your brand, you have to have a level of discernment and to like prepare yourself because people are always going to try to do stuff or say stuff or get wild or whatever.
Mhm. Exactly. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna let her stop my train, okay? She
Mm-mm.
can do whatever she wants to over there, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna delete my page. You know, she can message whoever she
No,
wants to. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't ever let someone like give that power. Like for instance, this podcast was a different podcast with my cousin and I, and we were just bumping heads and we had so much problem. And I was like, okay, we're not doing the podcast. I'm gonna do one by myself. And everybody was like, what? How dare you? And I was like, this is something I love to do. I'm not, no matter what, I'm not letting anyone stop me from that
Exactly.
passion.
Yes. I love that. And I'm so glad that you didn't listen and you just went off on your own. Sometimes you're just better
Yeah.
on your own. That's why I didn't want to be in this girls group because I'm like, I'm amazing on my own. Like I'm a standalone, practitioner. Like I don't need a group. I am the group.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions
Um,
for me?
I could do this forever. No, I think that I mean, I guess my question is always to other people, is there anything else that you feel like you need to tell me or you think that I should know?
I think that's about it, love. Yeah, this was amazing. Thank you for
Mhm.
having
It
me.
No, legitimately, thank you so much. You've given me a gift on a day that was really hard that I wouldn't have had, and
You're
so
welcome.
I'm so appreciative. I think that, you were saying how you question your gift. Everything that you said was spot on. Um, it was really amazing, and now I have to, like, go through my brain and be like, "Brain, stop working, and heart, start feeling." Um But for anyone else who is interested in having a reading by you or just following you, where can they do that at and everything? I wanna be able to plug you as well.
So I can send you my link to my Instagram, and then I have a booking link on there where they can
Mhm.
book a session with me.
Okay. What is your Instagram?
It is Soul Sister Healing.
Mhm.
So it's Soul Sister underscore healing and then underscore. So soul and then underscore and then sister, like sister, and then underscore and
Mhm.
healing. But yeah, I'll send it to you though, and then yeah, they can book a reading, or if they're local, I can go there and channel their space too, because I
Mhm.
also do hoodoo cleansings, space channeling. So just long as there's no conjuring stuff, I'm always down to channel a space. But if we into the level of conjure over here, and no, we're gonna need a higher level psychic.
I was just telling someone that, like, when we were talking about, like, energy, um, and I said something like, you hear people talk about, like, the demons and how they reached out to them and all this stuff. It's like, you reach out to them, you go seeking for them, and they find you. Rarely is it that someone, like an entity that's negative or whatever, just finds you. Usually, whatever you put energy into finds your way back to it. So I'm the same way. Like, I'm not.
My grandma used to always say that if you go seeking it, you gonna go find it. She's like,
Mhm.
so don't be go seeking nothing if you don't want to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
You know
is
what?
100% true.
I guess my last final question is just because obviously we talked about like me lacking confidence in it, but I talked about a big change for me that I feel is coming soon. Do you feel the same way? And if you do, is there like a time a a time period in which I can expect it? Or am I
What
just
is
meant
that?
to just
Like starting something new, or
I just feel like something is coming. That's the best way I could play. Something is coming. Something new is coming its way.
I feel like there's a huge project coming for you that you're about to start, complete. But I
Mhm.
don't know, like I see you wearing kind of like fall type clothing. So I think it's probably like towards the end of this year when you're
Okay.
going to
I love
start it.
fall.
Yeah. So I think that's it's going to happen like towards the end of this year. Yeah.
Perfect. I get to be a hot girl summer.
Right. I love it. It was so
Well,
nice channeling for you and meeting you. And thank you for inviting me to your podcast. I really appreciate you for
thank
having
you.
me.
You are always welcome.
Thank you, love. You have a beautiful evening.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Basically Unbothered. It was amazing. It was really hard, but I really do hope that you enjoy it. Please don't forget that if you are enjoying what's happening on the show, if you like everything, that you like it, five-star it, share it, review it, all that jazz. Don't forget to find us on TikTok and Instagram at Basically Unbothered, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Gabby Gabs Podcast.